G'day guys, Dave Geary, MMJ.
Hello guys, Daniel Hastings here as well, and welcome to the house that Convoy built, which MMJ Wollongong is proudly associated with for the upcoming campaign to sell this property at auction, probably at the end of November. So Dave, it's been a busy couple of months to say the least. What have you observed stats-wise in the market?
Yeah guys, well, for the August quarter. Okay, now this is actually September, I know that, but we need to have those statistics done now, finished in August, to give us time to accumulate all this information together. So basically what's happening in the market, the median, and I'm talking about the median price in the last quarter for housing, has slowly been creeping up. We're at 1.1 million for median pricing.
And that's for the Illawarra, you're saying? Or?
Oh, it's actually the zone around Wollongong, so it's not going right out into the suburbs, but generally in our zone around Wollongong. Units there at the moment, they're at 620,000 as well. Now that's a fluctuating number because you've got a lot of older stuff and you've got some brand new stuff in here, and it's bringing that median right into 620. So it's an interesting statistic. And the rentals is 580 is like an average rent in the Wollongong area, and with the unit market as well, it's around 420. All right. But one of the other statistics that people have been asking about, Dan, and I'm sure you get this question a lot as well, is that how long does it take a house to sell or a unit to sell in the marketplace? And it's an interesting stat because you can have a variation of ideas where it's the statistic is. So basically what's happening is now housing in the area and units are averaging 30 days on the market. That statistic is from when it comes on to when it's exchanged. And that's where people get confused. All right. Usually what we're finding, and I'm sure you're the same, about 14 days roughly it's going in there. That's where you're having the sale happen. Then you might have some cooling off periods or a bit of due diligence period there for the next 14 days. And that's why it's averaging 30 days. With the rental market, guys, you're finding average rentals on the market are taking a little bit longer than housing. There is a reason, because there's a little bit of a holdover after the lease expires, and also then that period of due diligence are coming into it as well with tenancies, and they never move in straight away. The other stat, just go in before we talk about where we are at the Convoy house, is that everyone wants to know about what's the dearest properties being sold in the area. And this is very interesting. There's been, the last quarter, that many houses in our zone sell over $4 million.
Yeah, a lot more than normal.
A lot more than normal. And as high up as over 6.3 million is some of the houses, but it always seems to be out towards that Wombara way.
And we've seen some around the Bulli too. I know there's been a few in those parts.
There's a few in Bulli, a few in Taraji coming in there, all around that 4 million mark. A lot of it's waterfront property. Yeah, it is. Now the unit market and that strata market that we're talking about, it's always condensed back into the city because that's where the high density is. Basically, you don't get a lot of high density out in the suburbs. And they has numerous properties sold between 2 and 3 million, with the highest nearly just been just under that 3 million for this August quarter. So Dan, we're also at the Convoy house that Convoy built. Give us a bit of a brief, what's going on here?
Yeah, look, it's exciting, and we're really happy to partner up with the organisation to help with their charity fundraising, of course. And most charities are struggling, of course, in recent history. So, it's good to see that we can contribute here, and hopefully with our pandemic rules loosening up a bit, we'll be able to have a bit of a fun auction day on site. We will be online too. But yeah, pretty exciting opportunity, and probably the most important feature about this is it literally has been built by numerous tradespeople, GJ Gardner as being the builder as well, and all their tradespeople have contributed their time and materials, etc. So it's pretty phenomenal effort from many people.
Now we also got some auctions coming up, Dan, as well.
We've got some auctions coming up, which is exciting. We've got a couple up in the northern suburbs in Bulli and Woonona. We also have one in Primby, which is just off the lake as well. I know Vic and Ange just had a very strong result on the lake, waterfront there as well. So it's exciting that we've had a couple in a row. And certainly auctions recently, probably the highlight was, of course, Kiama Downs, David. That's the reaction that everyone has certainly talked about. And while we can't disclose exact reserve levels, we had a result of well over $6 million, and certainly that wasn't a figure that was even partially expected at the time. So Kiama Downs is a very interesting, extreme example of what's going on, but it does show how strong the market generally is right now.
I think generally the market is strong everywhere.
Most areas, most types of properties, they're all performing very well at this point in time.
So it's probably the time to sell, guys. Everyone says spring's the time to sell, but I think this year's the time to sell.
Yeah, full stop. Exactly right.
All right, I think that's a wrap, mate.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, thanks for your time, and
Thanks
we'll
for
hopefully see
joining
you next quarter.
See you
ya.
soon.
Bye.